Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. Today we're going to try and get this Olivetti finished off. We'll get the CD drive working, we'll get the network card in, we'll get it on the network, and we're going to try and transfer some stuff from my main PC across to it. But I'd also just like to quickly show you what I've been up to the last week. We've put up these shelves in the man cave here. Which are pretty cool, just to take some of the old retro consoles. Still sorting it out a bit. The PlayStation in the middle maybe looks a bit odd between all the old computers, but we're still sorting it out. I do have plans for this end of the cave here. I'm going to sort this out again. I'm not really happy with this layout, so that's a bit of a work in progress. We'll do a full tour video once I get it all done. And we have some nice new stickers. Look at these. These are cool. These were donated to the channel by Mark from Vision on Vinyl. He runs an eBay store, which I will link in the description below. So please everyone check it out if you want any nice stickers for your man cave or for your walls. They can also be applied to your computer case or your car even, if you're that way inclined. But look at this here, he sent us an absolute load of these. That's pretty cool. Sinclair Spectrum. I don't have a Sinclair Spectrum, I'll have to get one. Speaking of which, I don't have a PC Engine and I really want one of those. Sega. He sent me a couple of casual retro gamer ones. And yeah, he spelled that wrong, but you can swap the letters around. Nice Amiga CD32 one. I have one of them stuck to the wall up here. Nice silver one. But I'm going to keep this one, and there's another Amiga stick in here. I'll keep this one as well for another project that I have lined up coming soon. So yeah, this is absolutely excellent. I can't say thank you enough to Mark for sending me all this stuff. They're really well priced on his eBay shop, so do check it out. He's got quite the selection. There's like nearly 7,000 different designs available, so yeah, check it out. The Olivetti then. Right, so since the last video, get the lid off. I have I'll show you what I've installed. That's it here. And we have upgraded the RAM with two 4 meg sticks here, plus the onboard 2 meg, giving us a total of 10 megabytes of RAM. How awesome is that? And that is the maximum amount of memory we can have in this machine. I apologise, but visibility in here is pretty poor. So let's just get it back together. Let's get it plugged in, and let's see if we can get this network card working. Right, let's power this thing up. So you can see now, we have a total of 10 megabytes of memory. Right, so first things first, we said we're going to get the CD drive up and running. I actually do have it working, but let me show you how we did that. So we're using the Oak CD-ROM driver file, and we're using MSCDEX to mount it. So in your config.sys, you want to add this line here. So device high, drivers, Oak CD-ROM.sys, and we're going to name this drive MSCD-001. And in your autoexec.bat, you're going to add this line here. So again, LH drivers, MSCDEX this time, and we're going to point to our drive that we named MSCD-001, and we're going to give it the label of D. And that really is that. It's as simple as that. And that makes the D drive work. I don't have a disk in it. There we are. That's the contents of that CD. And speaking of which, this is what we need next. This here is our executable that will extract the drivers for the network card. I already have this on my C drive. So it gives you this, all this stuff. There's a load of it. But all we are interested in today is this directory here, the packet driver. And in particular, just this file here. So that's all we actually need. You can delete all the rest of that. All you need is the packet driver for your network card. Now, we also need some software. So I'm just going to turn these around here quickly to the main PC. And what we're going to be using today is MTCP. This has these various tools in it: DHCP, FTP, Ftp Server, ping, various other bits and pieces. All we're actually going to be using from this today is ping to test the network connection, DHCP, and Ftp Server. So, back over here. So we want to move this to a handy directory. It's a bit out of the way at the minute. I have a directory in here called net, and I have it copied into here. So we need to start that, and what you want to do is just type in the file name 5x9pd.com, and then we need to give it an address, which is 0x60. And there we are. 3com Etherlink 3 packet driver. It's on interrupt 11. And here's our Ethernet address. Now we need this. This is your MAC address of the network card. So back over on the main machine, we're going to use it to connect to our Wi-Fi router. And what you need to do is add an address reservation. So I am going to use IP address 10.0.0.100. And yes, everything out in the man cave is on network 10. Most people have 192.168.0.2 and above for their home network, which I have in the house, but out here everything's on 10. So anyway, I've given a device name of Olivetti, and there's our MAC address that we've copied from the network adapter on the Olivetti. So, right, back over here again. What we next need to do is load the MTCP software. So we need DHCP, and it will tell you that you need to set your configuration file. Now it comes with this sample config, so we'll just go into that quickly. So it's edit, and then if you go down through this, just leave that line like that. Where these lines have the hash beside them, that just means I commented out. So that line's fine like that. You want to pick a good host name, so it will say host name and then something else here, so just change that to whatever you want. I'm making mine Olivetti. You want to set your nickname, username, so I'm just having CRG, and Glenn. We're going to be using the FTP. So that's it here, this one here. So you need to take that out of there on that line. We need to read this line. And then under DHCP, you want to set this the same way that you've set in your router. So your IP address in this instance is going to be 10.0.0.100. Leave the net mask as it is. Gateway, set that to the address of your router. and the rest of it you can just leave as is. So you want to file, and we're going to save as, and we're just going to call this TCP. Okay. Now we need to load that config file. So you can see here it tells us that the syntax is set mtcp config equals and file name. So set mtcp cfg equals tcp.cfg. That should be that. And then if we run DHCP again, it's timing out. Why is it timing out? Yes, the driver's already running. Have I not plugged in the network cable? No, the network cable's in okay. What is going on? Loose connection in the cable, wouldn't you know it? Right, let's try it again. So DHCP. There we are. Good news. We have our IP address. We're connected. So let's test that theory. We are going to ping the router. Looking good. Right, so now we need to use this to transfer some software from the main PC across to this. Saves us writing floppy disks. Well, floppy disk doesn't even work. Saves us writing CDs. So this FTP password.txt, we need to go in there. And the vast majority of this will be commented out. There'll be 3 lines at this space here. You just want to delete all of them bar 1 line, and you want to put your username first and then your password. Olivetti is a crap password. Let's just make it admin. So username is CRG, password is admin. You must keep this bit in or it won't work. So file save, file exit. And now we want to run our FTP server. And if you've done everything right, it'll work. There we are. So, what good's that, I hear you say. Back over here. So then, using your favorite FTP client, I use Flash FXP. We can connect to the FTP server on our Olivetti. So the address is 10.0.0.100. Leave it on port 21, and our username was CRG and our password was admin. Bad password. That's better. So we can see our C drive and our D drive. We can actually see the CD-ROM. We can actually access the CD-ROM. That's cool. Alright, so the C drive, that's really what we're interested in. And that is the full contents of the C drive on this machine. So I've created a backup of that on my main computer here, because that is only a 40 megabyte hard drive, as you know. But let's copy something across. We've got some DOS benchmarks. Let's see what the old Olivetti is made of. You just select your DOS bench folder. Right click on it, transfer selected. There we are. That's it. So if we go back to the Olivetti, you can see that's just logged all this. There's everything that was being stored. And if you want to get out of this software, just Control C. That's it. Easy. Now, one thing I would recommend doing is setting up a wee batch file that will run that for you. So I have created a batch file here, just called net. So that's loading our device driver for the NIC and setting it to address 060. It's moving into the MTCP folder, setting the MTCP configuration, runs DHCP, and then puts us back just to the root C drive. And I also have an ftp.bat just running the FTP server. So if we power cycle the machine just to show you those working. Okay, so our first one we have to run was net. Perfect, that's it. So loaded the device driver, mounted our TCP config, ran DHCP, and we're online. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Put a clear screen in there. And then if we run FTP, there's our FTP server up and running. And we can again transfer software to and from the machine. Happy days! Right. Let's do some benchmarking. So 3 we can choose from. Let's start here. Superscape VGA benchmark. Let's see what you've got, Olivetti. Not a lot, perhaps. A little bit slow. Frames per second, 5.5. Oh well. I don't know, is that good score or not for 386 SX 16 megahertz? I'm sure it's about right. Right, so what else have we got? We have Chris's bench, so right, why did this not work? Co-processor not available. So this obviously needs the floating point co-processor, so we can't run this one. I don't know if it would be worthwhile getting the FPU for this machine or not. I know certainly on the likes of our Amigas here, there really is no point in putting the FPU in because no games or anything really use it. On the likes of 386, I don't know. I'll see if I can get one. If I can get one cheaply, I'll maybe stick it in there. So right, what's the other benchmark? LM60. Landmark System Test version 6. .386SX, 16 MHz, no FPU. And our video is a paradise, apparently. So this computer performs like a 23 MHz AT. Turn off that noise. You can see our real-time score here and our video score. Well, there's not a lot else to show you. That's the Olivetti up and running. Our sound card works. Our network card's working. Our CD drive's there. And we've upgraded the RAM as far as we can. But games like this is exactly why I've built up this wee machine. Because it is absolutely perfect for Monkey Island, for the early LucasArts adventures. I'll maybe look into the FPU, I don't know. But one other thing we definitely need to do to this machine is sort out that 40 megabyte hard drive. While it's great to have the nostalgia of the old drive still there working away, 40 megabytes, well, it's just not really usable, is it? So we're going to look into getting an XT IDE ROM. We're going to stick it in the ROM socket of the network card on this. And that's going to let us put in whatever hard drive we want. Well, within reason. And we'll maybe just go with a CF card. But for now, the Olivetti's finished. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up as it really helps the channel. Please subscribe if you haven't done already, and make sure to check out all my other stuff. Oh, and don't forget to check out Mark's vinyl store on eBay. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Thank you again, Mark, for sending me these. They're absolutely brilliant. Until next time, guys.